It's KDay Morning Show. Cece and Romeo, my homie, is back. It's been like over 10 years since we chopped it up.
Right.
Cece,
Hey, yo, I saw the picture. First of all, black don't crack. Because y'all look really, really good. You can still look the same.
It's crazy,
we
man.
do still look the same, don't we?
That's good.
We holding on to it, Akon.
That's that high maintenance. I'm kidding.
So we already know what's new with you, my man.
Man, just
congratulations.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that, brother.
El Negreeto?
Negreeto, yes.
Negreeto.
How did this come
Full-length
about?
Spanish album. I love it.
Nah, I've been always wanting to rock in Spanish forever. Like, people don't really realize when you follow my career from day one, I always had Spanish remixes. Like, Latin remixes was for every song. Like, even all the way down to Locked Up, I had Bolcho on the remix from Puerto Rico. Then I Want to Love You, I had Tego Calderon.
Yes,
like,
I remember
I've always
that one.
had remixes all the way through, even doing, remixes and collaborations with Latin artists around that time, from Don Omar all the way down to Aventura. Like, it was always that. But as you know, in music, people only listen to one genre. So very seldom hip-hop artists listen to Latin music and vice versa, so nobody even knew I was in that market that long.
Killing the game, man.
But you got Becky G on the project, Pitbull, Anita, Farruko. How did you and Becky G link up? I love Becky G, by the way. She's amazing.
Oh, no, she's the truth, man.
She's
a superstar.
Definitely.
Everything. But a friend of mine, and also A&R for Convict, Hero, was the one that actually connected us, because I needed some diversity on the album. You know what I'm saying? And I needed an artist, a female artist that I felt like was up and coming, but at the same time, I thought would be huge one day, and Becky was like the perfect pick for me.
And was she down right from the start?
Oh, yeah, from day one. And to participate, I mean, that's like family.
Yeah, she's like, I'm in it. So how long did it take to complete the project once you got started?
Like, once you found out, the record was done that week.
Damn, it works that fast. That's great. I'd be thinking months in the studio.
I mean, it depends on who you're working with.
True,
if you're dealing with a diva, then it's gonna take forever. But she's a workaholic. She get it in.
Do you like someone that gets it done fast, or do you like the diva because of what comes out of it?
I hate the diva. I don't like the diva. I like people that take this as serious as a job.
Yeah.
Like if your manager asks you to, create an assignment, you ain't gonna wait a month later to do it. You gonna just get it done
screw that. Bye.
I mean, this is like your job for real. Like, this is real work.
Yeah, man.
So you taking your time doing things don't really get you too far, because you may be hot today, but tomorrow everybody knows it's gonna be somebody new.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So you got to you got to get it in while you can.
And
there's always somebody that's like, you know what I mean, more hungrier.
Yeah,
they got the talent that's just trying. They right there on your heels.
Every year somebody else at the top. Every year, literally somebody else, everybody popping on.
They want to eat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Take advantage.
Can we talk about what you've been doing just for back home and everything, man? We just think that is so amazing.
Yeah, first of all, I want to applaud you for that. That is that seems like a passion project, but it's amazing what you're doing. You know what I mean?
I appreciate
for your country.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, back home is definitely passion, but it's driven by legacy as well too. Okay. You know what I mean? I always wanted to give back, but I would want to give back at home. Giving back everywhere else and home still struggling just didn't feel right to me. But more than anything, Africa became an area of more of an investment as well too, because it's like the biggest opportunities that ever existed just sitting there.
Gotcha.
So I started my energy company, where we're now in 17 countries providing energy for people there.
Wow.
So literally a full-blown utility company. See, stuff like that I could never do in the United States. Imagine me trying to create Akon lighting here to provide electricity for y'all. They'd be looking at me like, what? Government controls that. We can't even get in on that, right? That's example of the opportunities over there. Right. So, but we did create Akon Lighting America. So we got so big in Africa, we were able to create our own energy company here in America as well. But we're based in North Carolina, but we're doing like Texas, Arizona, areas where there's a lot of sun. So we're doing all of solar rooftops. Like when you drive by houses and you see those rooftops, that's the kind of stuff that we're actually doing. And we're like the only African American company in America doing it on that level right now.
So fulfilling.
Right.
Come on.
That part right
that
there.
Says it all, doesn't it?
Right.
Yes.
So it's been pretty good. Then, of course, we got our own cryptocurrency for Africa as well, too, which is a global platform that we're building for the world. But Africa is like the perfect market that we want to put our focus on, because we know if we create solutions for all the African, challenges, then we can copy and paste that to any other underdeveloped countries in the world.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Right.
Man, I'm just still in awe, because that's just so major what you're doing, Akon. I applaud you on that so much,
and it helps out, and especially like something as simple as lighting. You know what I mean? It's a necessity for people, It really is.
It is. It really is.
And it does so much. Look, we KDay back in the day. I haven't
KDay
seen you in a
back
minute.
in the day.
I want to go back down memory lane with you if we can. So I'm going to throw
Let's
some
go.
things that you...
Oh, my goodness.
Let me know
Here he
what
goes,
comes
Akon.
together.
Here he goes.
Speaking of Baby Bash,
Right.
Baby, I'm Back.
Yeah.
How did that magic happen for that record?
Man, that was actually, it was funny because I'm trying to remember how, I think me and Baby Bash met in, where was we? I know it was someplace, it was someplace in the West Coast, but I can't remember quite exactly where we was at when we met, but we met in the club.
Okay.
And, Baby Bash like, yo, we got to get together. You know how you talk,
Yeah.
You got
Come on, nephew.
Word, come on,
Let's
like,
go.
he had that lingo, and I like, man, I like this guy, man.
Yeah.
But he was so cool. We kept in contact, man. He's like, listen, I want you to do what you do, and I'm just going to add my flavor to it. So just send me something crazy. And then I sent him the Baby I'm Back record with the chorus on. He's like, oh, this is it. This is right here. This is the wave. He sent it back. I was like, this might just work. And sure enough, that thing took off.
Oh, we
Sure
still
did.
play
We
it
still
today.
play it. People still request it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I still
man.
bump it in the car.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
He was such a humble dude, man. Like, he's one of the few people in the industry. Even today, when you reach out to him, he's the same guy that never changed.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, amazing dude, man.
And that number's never changed. He had for years. Like, that's how real he is. What about Snoop? I Want to Love You.
Snoop.
How did that come together?
Yeah, now that one was a little...
I can't even say that song without singing it. Yes.
Yeah, so it was funny because at the time when I did that record, I had two choices. I was like, it's either got to be Too Short or Somebody Else.
Okay.
It was like literally like that, either Too Short or Somebody Else.
Right.
Then I said, well, Short is kind of known for these kind of records. So if I do it, it'd kind of be something that would be already expected.
Okay.
Then I said, who would no one actually expect to be doing this?
Yeah.
Even though it fits perfectly. And that's when I was like, Snoop.
Wow.
That nigga would be perfect, right?
Come on, man.
So I reached out to Snoop. Snoop, I got this record, man. And I'm like, literally, we about to drop this like next week. I'm going to play it for you and let me know if you can get on it tonight.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, well, send it. I sent it to him, man. I got it back that night.
Oh, you
And that's when
did
I
it
was
that
like,
night?
he loved it. He's like, oh, this is a go. And he sent it back, man. There was no turning back after that.
Smack that.
Right.
Working with
Eminem.
amazing artists.
Yeah.
Yo, really quick. Okay, so Como No, your first single with Becky G, 34 million views on YouTube already.
Out the box.
Right.
This is crazy. This is flying right now.
Yeah, it's flying, man. And Como No is like one of them records. It's a romantic record, Really, It's the wave that I want to be in the Latin market. Like,
Yeah.
And even on the album, I got bachata records. I mean, I kind of mix it all the way up.
You speak
But the
Spanish
whole
too, huh?
album, un poquito, si habla un poquito. No, see, you know how it goes.
I love it.
It's like I'm
yes.
around and they teaching me all the bad things to say. But it was funny because when I first came to the States, I spoke Spanish fluently. Back when I was like 12, 13, because I came speaking French, Wolof, which is the native tongue back home, and Spanish.
Okay.
But in America, I had nobody to speak with, so you just naturally lose it after
You do.
20 years. French was the same way. It's like slowly coming back. That's why if you listen to the album, my pronunciation, you would think I've been speaking it for the last 30 years.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, so you got to, if you haven't heard it, you have to hear the album. Like, you will not be able to tell the difference between African Akon and Latin Akon, El Negreeto.
And you're okay, so I gotta ask you, his album, Negreeto, El Negreeto, right? Your favorite Mexican dish?
I would say chicken fajitas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
you like the chicken fajitas.
Yeah, I'm a
All
chicken fajita
right.
guy.
I was wondering.
Yo,
I'm
I
a
got to
chicken
ask you,
fajita guy.
Lady Gaga. Now, the
Right.
story behind that. You found her, signed her. How did that relationship
Well,
start?
this is the thing about the Gaga story. She was already discovered when I found her.
Okay.
It just so happened that she was already signed to Interscope. Now, when I came to Interscope, I was just creating my label deal at Interscope. And she was an artist already on the roster at Interscope. Jimmy Iovine threw me that bone.
Okay.
He threw me that bone. When I heard her, I was like, yo, Jimmy, I need her on my label. Like, she's going to be the next thing. He was like, you really want that? I said, trust me, this is something I think this could be big for us. He said, all right, cool. And he just helped me put it on my label. And then from there, once me and her connected with her creativity, it was she was just like, and everything that you've seen by her, by the way, it's all coming from her brain. Like, she's that talented.
And creative, too.
And creative.
Yes.
All we did really was provide the tools that she needed to become who she wanted to become. That's all it was. Right.
I just recently, well, not recently, probably like maybe 7 months ago, I saw a documentary on her. I forgot what it was called, but I have this new respect for Lady Gaga because she's injured. And sometimes she's performing up there and she's in pain.
Right.
And they have to align her every night. And yeah, I forgot what she did to mess up herself, but I just thought, oh my God, this girl goes on stage and kills it every single night. And we had no idea that she would be in this much pain.
It's like athletes. Half the time they be broken up. You don't even know it. But they driving 30, 40 yards every carry. But you never know because when you're in the moment, you don't even feel the pain. It's when you get off that stage.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Once
wake
the
up that
adrenaline
morning.
goes away, you're like, whoa.
What? We got it.
That's how it is
Baby,
sometimes.
get this back.
That's
The
exactly
next
what it
morning
is.
trying to get off the couch. Hold up.
Come on.
Hey, hold up. Yeah, you don't realize how much pain in that back until the humping stop.
I gotta admit, man. Hey, facts.
No, you
Facts
didn't.
right there.
You just opened up a gate for Romeo.
Oh, okay, wait.
Who can relate? Yo, me and my queen, we still watch A Star Is Born. We love her in that movie, man. She did such an amazing job in that, man. Lady Gaga
Nah, that's
killed that
nah,
role, man.
she's pure talent.
Will you guys be doing any music together anytime soon or down the road?
In the future, I mean, I think it depends on where we're at musically, period. Because I know me, I had to come back to music because I was away from it for so long doing other things and didn't realize how much and how fast time flew. I didn't even realize 10 years went by that fast.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Like literally, it seemed like I blinked, opened up my eyes, and it's a whole nother sound, a whole nother generation. Because I spent a lot of time in Africa for these last few years, so I really didn't even see it. And I know with her growing, she's more into the film stuff and all of this, everything, and she's incorporating the music within the film. But I think that's pretty much an answer or a question she would probably have to decide how much further in music she'll probably be going as well too. Because we're all growing, we're maturing, and then we have all these different businesses that surround what we got going. So music hasn't been a priority for a lot of us until recently. For me, it's now like the only priority.
That's dope, man. It's good to have you back
Yes,
on the
it
music
is.
side, man.
Nah,
it really
for sure.
is.
It's exciting. It's back fun again. Because now it's not, the motive is not for the money no more. Now I'm doing it because this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
It's like more of a hobby, but
Yeah, he's
at the
already
same
paid.
time,
You know what I'm saying?
like, it's no pressure now. It's like, for work, who cares? I just want to put records out, you know what I'm saying?
And you're
man.
putting out good records
Right.
because they're already getting 34 million views.
That's phenomenal, like out the box. And it's a different thing because think about it. 10 years ago doing music, the whole Instagram and all that wasn't here. The way you could
Nah,
get
it
music
really,
like that.
it really wasn't. And what's mostly important, especially for the El Negreeto project, which is a all Latin album in Spanish, I just realized. Because when the album came out, it literally debuted #1 on the Latin music charts and iTunes charts.
Yeah.
And they just recently informed us that I'm the first African American to ever debut #1 on a Latin music chart.
Wow.
Right? So that's amazing. Like,
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Man. A lot of firsts, man. We applaud you for that.
Nah, thank you so much.
Yeah,
man.
and then he did his MTV VMA performance in Spain.
Yeah.
Kicked ass.
That's
yes.
what's up. Yeah,
How did
yeah,
that feel?
Nah, that felt great.
Because
I
like
was
you said
super
really
nervous
quick,
though.
not to mean to interrupt you, but you were
Yeah.
gone for 10 years.
Right.
And now you're there and you're on stage. You know what I mean? So tell me about that moment.
Well, see, that's the thing. Even though I hadn't put out records in 10 years, I've been on tour though the whole time. Because see, my music, I have like a huge global audience, so I do a lot of touring out of the U.S. The majority. This is another reason why time be flying, because if you notice, I put out a record every 2 years, even when I was active. But I was so involved in so many different collaborations, people never noticed that I didn't put out a record in 2 years.
Yeah.
Because, Trouble 2004, Convicted 2006, and Freedom 2008. Like, this is every 2 years. But once you go on tour on a global level, by the time you start your tour and come back, 2 years and pass, then the new album comes. And that's just how it's been. But I've been on tour since then, ever since. So being on the stage wasn't really the challenge. My challenge was remembering all my lyrics in Spanish. That was the most nerve-wracking thing. Because I can barely remember all my classics in English.
Please don't let me forget.
Word.
Please don't let me forget.
Right, because
Yes.
I need literally a teleprompter when I'm on concert because there's so many records.
Wow.
Like, it's so many hits, and it's like, and then some of them not even mine, they really collaborations on other people's albums. So I don't focus on all them songs until it's time to perform them. So, man, when it was like, man, I got to do this whole album in Spanish and it's live, oh my goodness.
Wow.
Ay,
Made it
coño.
happen.
Coño. He knows that word right there. Okay.
Akon in the building with the
man.
KDay Morning Show. Cece and Romeo. New album is out right now, man. Doing major things. Real quick, had a chance to hang out with T-Pain in Reno. And that relationship, like, how did that start? Were you shocked that he won Masked Singer?
Man, Payne is like my little brother. I love that boy like I love my own brothers. You know what I'm saying? So, and then like to watch his journey, to hear his story, and then like to be a part of it. Like even the Mad Singer part,
Yeah.
I was shocked because when I came in, like, he was always an amazing singer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So this is one of the reasons why even me, I used to always push him to sing.
Yeah.
When I met Payne, he was a rapper. This is how the whole concept came, rapper turned singer. I was like, bro, you want to make it big? You need melody. Melody is what opens the door for a global audience to be able to understand where you are, because there's a lot of people in the world that don't speak English, that don't have a clue of what you're saying when you're rapping.
Yeah.
But when you're singing it, they don't have to know what you're saying because they can feel it through the melody.
Right.
So let's push that direction. You know what I mean? So that's how the rapper turned singer concept even came about. So I always knew he had an amazing singing voice. The question was, do we come out with him as a singer or find a way to where he stands out from every other artist? So the whole auto-tune concept was more of a vibe from a standpoint of creating a sound that's had never been created before.
Gotcha.
So now that he was established for being known for the auto-tune guy, now you can say, okay, my voice has been auto-tuned all these years. Now listen to this as it comes in the raw form. I never really needed it. That was just a concept.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. No.
So when the world saw that part of it, it was like, wow, this boy really can blow.
No, really, I'm part of the world, and it blew me away. Like, I was like, oh my God, that's T-Pain?
Right.
Like, I mean, it really, you just stopped and you were just like, man, he can sing. Like, he can sing. Yes.
It's like, he's no
Like,
joke.
he from the church. Like, Payne got it. Like, I mean, all around. Songwriting, production, singing. Like, that kid is a 360 artist.
Wow.
Yeah, he's the beast.
Yeah, man.
Is there one, can you tell us, like, what's one misconception about Africa that you would like people to know, like a misconception about your country?
The biggest misconception is that Africa is still in the 1800s. Because when you think of Africa now, you still think of jungles, you still think of animals, you still think of all the stuff that history books teach you.
Right.
The present day is nothing like that. I mean, you can look at the Afrobeat artists today. They coming up here jeweled up, driving a Bentley,
Yeah.
spending the $3,000, $4,000 in the club in the first 15 minutes. You're like, this dude is African? Yes, it's a different time. So I think people just have to get out their way of what they was taught and just actually kind of explore on their own. Now, granted, everywhere you go, there's going to be rural areas, there's going to be ghettos, but at the same time, there's always that flip side to it too.
Yeah.
And every country got it. You just got to go to explore and just take a trip out there and see for yourself.
Absolutely, I love that.
It's a beautiful place, that's for sure, man. Akon, hang out with the KDay Morning Show, bro. Once again, congratulations on everything. You've accomplished a lot.
Yes, you
Do you still
have.
have more things on your list that you want to do?
It's a few things.
Like what?
I'll be announcing them soon.
Okay. Yeah.
Look, you and Romeo have history. Y'all are boys. They're boys.
No, that's family right there.
Yeah.
For real, for
So maybe you could
Yeah,
tell
we
your
go back 10
family. You know what I
years.
mean? Give a little exclusive.
Oh, no, he'll know first.
See?
He'll definitely know first.
And then I'll know second.
Well, once he say it, then you'll know second.
Okay, yeah. I want to know. But once he tells me, I'm telling everybody.
But
that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm
That's why I
telling
can't announce it just
everybody,
yet. That's why I got to hold up.
Man, oh man.
Yeah.
Once
Thank you
again,
so
congratulations.
much.
We
No,
appreciate
that's
you
what's
coming
up.
through, bro. It can't be another 10 years though. We got to
Oh,
stop
no,
this.
I'm back. I'm back
Okay.
now. Yeah, it's back.
All right,
I'm
man.
about to flood the market. It's about to be a blitz in 2 minutes.
I'm with that. I'm with
Like,
that.
it's going to be so much
Blitz.
music, y'all going to get tired of hearing me again.
Never ever.
We
KDay Morning
never,
Show.
never.
Akon in the building, man. This is how we do, all right?
No doubt.
Hey.